Joining me now is Johnny Mercer. He is now a Conservative MP and was previously a captain in the Army, where he completed 3 tours of Afghanistan. He's written about his experiences in his book, We Were Warriors. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
You do say in this book that it was actually your experiences in the Army which made you want to be a politician.
Yeah.
Why?
I think, you know, when you're going through those processes and you're either training for or you're doing operations for a long time, I'll hold my hands up, but, you know, I didn't vote. I'm not particularly proud of that. But I did, like many, I think, become pretty fed up with how it was being done. And, you know, particularly when you're bearing at the brunt end of those decisions, whether it's around kit or equipment or it's around tactics or operations itself, you know, you do think about politics and you think, well, you know, if I could get in there and actually get elected, I might be able to have a go and actually make some real change and improve people's lives. And, you know, and I know it all sounds sort of very noble and old-fashioned, but that's what drove me to do it. That's what drove me to try and win an unwinnable seat, and that's why I ended up where I am today.
But, I mean, you decided to become a Conservative MP. Why was that?
For me, it was around one clear issue, actually. When I left the Army in Plymouth, I could have, with a wife and 2 children, I could have gone on to about £26,500 worth of state welfare. And the average wage in Plymouth is around £19,500. And I thought, look, something's gone badly wrong here with the system. You can't blame people for, for feeding, for claiming that money and feeding their families. I mean, I'd do it, but what you can do is blame a system that does not incentivise work and incentivise people to make something of their lives and be self-sufficient and all that. And it's pretty much on that single issue. Does that mean that you therefore believe everything the Conservative Party has done or is doing is great? No, of course it doesn't. But you don't get independents get elected.
Now, you were there risking your life. How aware were you of the political argument going on as to whether you should have been there at all, whether you did?
Well, you're critically aware of it every single day because, you know, the very nature of this sort of close combat, it can be very difficult to, get your head around. I remember being engaged in combat and then coming back, and half an hour later, one of the Taliban fighters turning up and us having to sort of save his life at the back gate, and and us all sort of chatting. It's quite a bizarre experience. And so the politics of it, this idea that soldiers sort of don't think about it and so on is not the case. Clearly we are professionals and we're employed to do a job and we get on and do it, and all those motivating factors. But yeah, you think about it every day, and particularly as a junior leader, really, our junior NCOs and junior officers, it's you've got to keep the guys going through some pretty horrific experiences.
With that sort of counterinsurgency, different from the invasion of Iraq or whatever, are the rules different in terms of how you, the rules of war, if you like, how you treat people you come into contact with?
No, I don't think so. I think that in my experience, you have these clear sort of rules of engagement and so on. You stick to them, nothing's going to go wrong. You can, clearly there are emotions at play. Clearly it can become a very contested atmosphere, not only amongst, between yourself and the enemy, but also amongst your own blokes. But, you can't lose that sort of moral compass. Otherwise you do degenerate pretty quickly. If you're isolated for 6 or 7 months in one of these outposts and you're fighting every day, you've got to keep a grip on it. And, at the end of the day, you are a professional soldier in the Army. You're not there employed as some sort of mafia to go and right perceived wrongs.
OK, we're going to have to leave it there. I'm afraid the clock is against us. Johnny Mercer, thank you very much indeed. His book is called We Were Warriors.